Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on this warm smoky eye look. So if you're interested in learning how to do this look on yourself, just go ahead and keep watching. Okay, so we're gonna jump right into the look. As you can see, I did one eye so you can sort of, as a roadmap, see where we're headed. This is where we're gonna start out from. This is a freshly primed lid. I just set the concealer with a little bit of loose setting powder, and we're gonna jump right in. This palette that I'm using today is by Tarte. I got it last year or the year before, I can't quite remember, but it was around the holidays, and it came with like a bronzer, a blush, and I think a highlight. Anyway, those are long gone. This palette, I'll insert a snapshot of what it looks like and the colors that I'm using, but it's pretty nice and it's got a lot of warm tones, which that's why I wanted to do this really fall inspired sort of warm smoky eye today. So I'm gonna jump in with the shade Take It Easel. And I'm using my Japanese brush, and I'm gonna tap off any excess. It's a little bit powdery, but Tarte shadows in general are just amazing. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna start to work this shade right into my crease. I'm gonna go pretty high up. This is my transition color. It's just a neutral brown sort of camel color. And I'm gonna go pretty far up, but not all the way up to my brow bone and my eyebrow. So just start working Take It Easel into the crease and just buffing that in. So you can see I didn't go all the way up to my eyebrow, but I did go pretty high up, so you can see it. The next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take the shade Go for Baroque, like the music, cute. And I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna just go slightly lower than the last shade that I used. So we're doing sort of a gradient, and you'll see. So I'm gonna start in my crease again, but I'm going lower than what I just did with the other color. I always tap off the excess. Now, if you get any sort of fallout or you accidentally flick some eyeshadow below your eye, do not go in with your hand. Do not go in with your hand and try to brush it away. That is a ticket to crazy town. You are gonna want to wait and use a powder brush with no product, and at the end, once you're all done, you'll sweep it away. But do not go in with your hand and try to brush it away, or you're just gonna push it into your skin. So again, going for Baroque, just working that a little bit lower than the last color. Okay. So you can see we're already starting a gradient, and you just got to keep going back and forth between each eye and make sure that they're even. The next color I'm going to go into is this. It's like a rusty brown color, very fall. I was in the fall mood today. It's overcast and it's chilly outside, and I was just in the mood for something fall. So I'm jumping in right below where we did Baroque, but I'm gonna end up sort of buffing it into that same area. So you can see this is a darker reddish brown. It's called Doodle. Okay. Now, because of the shape of my eyes, I always like to focus a little bit out here in the corner. And deepen that up a little bit. Then I'm gonna jump back into Take It Easel, same brush, and I'm gonna go back up here and make sure we don't have any harsh lines. And it's so light. The touch that I'm using is just so light. I know it probably doesn't pick up on camera, but It's just very extremely light. I'm not hardly pressing at all with the Take It Easel color. That's really just a transition shade to blend everything together. So that's as much as we're gonna do with our crease. It's pretty simple. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab the shade Abstract. Now, if you've been watching other videos of mine, you know that I like to go into a metallic or foiled shadow with my finger always. I feel like you get more color payoff and it's easier to control. It's just my preference. You can use a brush. You can use a flat shader brush, especially if you wet it down, you're gonna get a ton of color. And I do that sometimes if I'm gonna do a cut crease or something like that, but for the most part, I dive in with my finger and I'm just gonna pick some of that up. It's kind of a copper, like a rose gold shadow. And I'm gonna put that on my lid. All the way across my lid. A little bit into the inner corner portion of my eye. Okay. Now, without picking up more shadow, just as is, I'm going to take my crease brush again and just go back in. And clean that up and blend it. See how that blends right back in? Okay. I got a little bit of the rose gold color out there, so I'm going to pick up some of that shade Doodle again, and I'm just going to work it into the outer corner right here. And see, I have a little bit of fallout, but I'm not going to go in with my finger or my hand and brush it away. Just work this darker brown shade, the rusty brown, into the outer corner and deepen that up just a little. Okay, just like that. Now I'm gonna take this brush by Japanesque. This is part of a set, I'll link it below. And it's not a pencil brush, but it's just sort of a densely packed little blending brush. I'm gonna take Doodle again, tap it off, and I'm gonna go into my lower lash line. I'm just gonna work that in and smoke it out a little bit. I always connect it over here. Always. I feel like if you don't, it looks really weird. Alright, so we've smoked that out on the bottom. Now, I take my powder brush. I'm just gonna swipe it away. Anything that may have fallen onto my face. And it just wipes it right away. It doesn't even settle into your skin. Now I'm gonna highlight my brow bone in my inner corner. So I'm gonna grab this is my Yellow Diamond Illuminator Powder by Ulta. I'll link it below. And I'm using this Urban Decay. It's from the Naked 3 brush kit. I'm just gonna use this flat shader brush and pick up some of that highlighter. Same highlighter I have on my cheeks. And I'm gonna highlight my brow bone. And I bring it all the way into the inner corner right in here. And then to wake your eyes up and make them look more open, I always highlight the inner corner, just like that. Blend it in. Now, here's a couple tips. If you've gotten any shadow in your eyebrow, any highlighter, I always just come back with the spoolie, and if needed, I don't add more product, but I just use anything that might be left over on my brow brush, and I just make sure that my brows look on fleek, if you will. And then I'm gonna line my eyes. So this is my Ride or Die Essence eyeliner pen in waterproof. Make sure you get the waterproof, because let me tell you, there's a big difference between the two. And you're gonna fall in love with this one. It's so cheap and it's so nice. It is better than many of the high-end eyeliners, let me tell you. So I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna line my eye. I've gone over how I do this a little bit in previous videos, but because of the shape of this eyeliner, I'm sure you can see it, it's so pointy. What you can do most times is you can actually just stamp it on your eye. I'm gonna use a smaller mirror. You can just stamp it on your eye like that. Okay, now I've explained before, I only line about, unless I'm gonna wear false lashes, which I'm not today, I only line about halfway in. Okay, so that's where I start. So I'm gonna line my eye to about here, and I go pretty thick, you guys know that. Okay, now we're gonna do the wing. That's my favorite part. You're gonna take it, and again, because this is so pointy, all you gotta do is you just stamp it, okay? Just like that. Make sure it's connected down here. And then you're gonna go to the top of the wing and you're gonna drag it in. Just like that. See how easy that was? It's like 2 swipes. That's it. I can't even tell you. It blows my mind every time. Love it. All right. Now we're gonna do mascara. I'm gonna use this is the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise. So good. $9.99. Can't beat it. I've talked about it before. I love this mascara. Love it. And it just pulls together your look. I love mascara. So pretty. All right. I don't know if you've noticed, but I have a pretty amazing skill, and that is putting my mascara on with my mouth closed. Most people can't do that. But years of practice has allowed me that spectacular skill. All right. So we've got our eyes done. I think it turned out pretty cute. I don't know about you. I'm feeling very fall. I need like a pumpkin spice latte or something. Now for lips. I think I'm gonna use this NYX. This is the Lingerie matte lip. This is in French Made. And it's just a nice kind of neutral. These are really nice. They're very pigmented. They're cheap. I think they're like $5.99 at Ulta. I think CVS has NYX too, actually. And there was someone else recently that I saw that I was surprised they carried NYX. Anyway, this is a thin formula because matte lips, especially liquid lips, they can be very drying and uncomfortable, but this is really comfortable. It's cute. It dries down so quick. All right. Yeah, isn't that cute? Okay, so you can leave it like this with the matte lip. It's kind of nice. It's fall. I like to add a gloss though, so I think I'm gonna grab I may make it big here. I think okay. So you can either leave it like this, matte, which is, it's very pretty like that as well. Kind of dries down a little bit darker. But I think I'm gonna add a gloss. This one, I swear by them, I use them all the time. It's the Super Lustrous Lip Gloss. This one is in Supernatural. It just gives a sheen, and I think it's cute, so. I've been into shiny lips lately. All right. Much better. All right, so that is my fall inspired look with a reddish brown warm smoky eye. If you like this look, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel before you leave. If you have questions or comments or suggestions for other types of videos, things you want to see, go ahead and comment below. Otherwise, thanks for watching and have a great day.